Joining this morning. Just a few logistical items. You'll notice that you are all on mute. I think I made it so that you have to stay that way. But if you find a way out of it, please stay on mute the entire event. If you have any questions, please use the bottom chat box on the bottom right of your screen. I'll take any questions there and ask them directly to the foster, so everyone gets a chance to ask their questions. In terms of applications, and if any of the dogs that you like, if you want to meet any of them after, if you filled out an application, please work with the person who is running your app, who you've been in contact with. If you haven't filled out an application yet, please do so on our website, lcarescue.org. And if you have filled out an application and you haven't heard back from us yet, we're working through it as quickly as we can, and we will get back to you. But with that, I am going to get started with our first dog, Misty. Oh, you're on mute. There you go.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Leanna. I have Misty. She is over here entertaining herself with the bone I gave her a while ago. She is a 5-month-old, about 40-pound tripod puppy. So she's missing her front leg up here. She is a super, super sweet, affectionate dog. She's great with kids, great with other dogs, loves to play. She just had the surgery fairly recently, and it's amazing how resilient she is. She's running around and playing. It doesn't affect her at all. She absolutely loves people. She loves to sit in your lap and give you kisses and cuddle with you. She's great in her crate. She walks in on her own. She's quiet in there. Didn't make a single peep. Slept through the entire night. And the morning today, she did just arrive yesterday, but so far she's settling in wonderfully. She's been running around. I have 2 dogs. She seems very submissive towards other dogs. I also have a 5-month-old at home. She's wonderful with him. She loves to see him. She's just an overall great dog. She is cat friendly as well. Loves the car, loves going for walks, just an all around happy, easygoing, very friendly dog. So far, I would say like medium energy. She loved to sit with us and cuddle, but she was definitely ready to play. She loves her toys. As you could see, she's thrilled to have a bone right now. She's been playing with this for a while. We have a soccer ball. She's been playing with that, running all over the house with it. Just a super fun, adorable little puppy.
Hey, do we know what breed she is? I know everything's a little bit of a best guess, but we never know.
I'm not sure what she's listed as.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm not positive what she's listed as.
Chrissy, we'll have someone answer in the chat as to what she's listed as. We have some folks on the medical side here who can tell you. Pit Bull Terrier mix.
Beautiful blue eyes. You can't see them, but she does have the sweetest blue eyes.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, definitely a puppy. She's goofy. She's silly. She actually hasn't had an accident in the house at all. And she seems crate trained so far, but again, she's only been here, and with a puppy, you always expect, puppy behavior. But she so far has been honestly wonderful for a puppy. Very, very easygoing, very content, just laying by herself and playing alone. But definitely loves other people. We had somebody come over this morning, and she was thrilled to meet somebody new and licking them and giving them kisses and wanting to sit in their lap with them. So super, super affectionate.
So lovely. Do we know if she's good with cats at all? Has she been cat tested?
Yes. So down south, they had said that she was, I believe, actually fostered with cats, and they said that she was good with cats, kids, and other dogs. Kids and dogs we have checked off here, but we don't have cats. We do have chickens, though, and she's totally fine with them. But
awesome. Well, she sounds like the total package.
Yeah, she's a really, really good girl. She's going to make a great addition to pretty much any home she goes to. She's just super easygoing.
Oh, does anyone else have any questions about Misty? Doesn't look like it. In that case, we will move on to our next one. She looks so content for a puppy. That's great.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
All right. Well, thank you, Leanna. We will move on to Corbin. Oh, Jen, you're on mute. There you go. Oh,
Okay, great. Hey guys, I'm Jen. This is Corbin. Apparently he had a fun-filled morning. We took him on a little pack walk with my guys. I have 3, and he did great. Was interested in him, tail wagging. My guys, maybe not so much. So he was corrected, and he bowed down and carried on. He is pretty decent on a leash for approximately 9 months they have him as. And I would say best guess maybe a pointer mix. He's got all the little markings of him. He's an absolute love. He's so sweet and so chill, you know, for a young guy. We slept through the night in the crate. He did wonderful. No accidents. He did only come up yesterday, so you know, things can change. His energy level can change, but as of right now, he's pretty chill. He just kind of likes hanging out with you. He looks to you for, you know, advice on what he's doing, if it's okay. He's fine with toys. No food issues that we've seen. Pretty gentle. He does like to climb up onto your lap and give you a hug, just to let you know he's here. And he is a little bit of a counter surfer, but he responded well to correction yesterday, so we'll work on that. And I'd say he's probably about 45 pounds. Just an absolute sweet dog. I haven't heard him bark yet. I'm sure that, well, we did hear a little bit of a something's outside.
I thought we heard a little bark before, but
we did hear a little something. But yeah, he's been an absolute love to have. I don't have any cats. I don't have any small children. I can't imagine with kids that he would be any different. I will try and test him. I know a few volunteers have quite a few kids we can probably use.
Yeah. Do we know if good with other dogs?
Yeah, he seemed to be fine with my guys. Was a little nervous yesterday, so you know he just came up, so I let him settle. We went out this morning, and everybody got their little sniff on, and his tail was wagging. He was interested in wanting to play. They weren't, so he just kind of carried on. Really good on the leash. And, you know, if you go outside and run around, he'll chase you. But other than that, he'll just sit by your feet and grab a toy and be content. He really is. He's such he's a love. Really, he's not much of a licker. He's more of a nose bumper. He wants to reach up and give you a little tap with his nose.
Oh, it's adorable.
Yes. Yeah,
Anyone have any questions about Corbin?
want this?
His name.
He just didn't want a treat. No? I'll eat it. No? Okay.
The play hard, sleep hard type.
No.
So in terms of breed, we have him listed as a blue healer mix, but again, these are always best guesses. We usually all do the DNA test and are genuinely surprised by what comes back.
For sure. Obviously likes some belly rubs. Loves the attention, likes the affection, but it's not needy, you know, so it's kind of nice. Right?
Great.
No.
And did he just came up yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yes, so like he's settling in just fine.
Came right off of transport, tail wagging, just happy to see everybody, happy to get out.
Oh, great. Well, if no one has any other questions, we are going to move on to our next foster, Coley.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
This is Sharon, and I'm here with Coley. And similar to Misty and Corbin, he came up yesterday, so we just had him for 24 hours.
Mhm.
He's adorable and very similar to Misty and Corbin, but he is a licker. And we haven't heard him bark yet, just once at our chickens. Otherwise, he's just very curious with the chickens. He's a male. We just weighed him. He's 30 pounds. They say he's about 1 year old. I don't know if he's younger. He still pees like a female does. I don't know if that makes a difference.
My 3-year-old still does that, so.
Oh, okay, okay. He's so friendly, very friendly, and so happy. His tail doesn't stop wagging. He's really calm when you pet him and have him, and he has his sleepy times. He totally slept through the night in his crate. I heard my son get up at 7:30 this morning, and I couldn't hear the dog making any noise. And so I said to my son, let the dog out. And he did. And you could just hear his tail wagging. So he didn't even bark or anything. No accidents. So crate and house trained. Very curious, good on the leash. We have a dog as well, and they're great together. And he pulls a little bit on the leash because he's curious and new to the environment, but he's small enough that he's under control. He's very, very skinny and very food motivated. As the previous person said, he's what do you call these? A surfer, he said.
Counter surfer.
A counter surfer, but is responding well to us, dealing with that. I think he's just so desperate for food. He's so skinny. I think that he's very, very excited to see food, and then he's very appreciative when he gets food, like just going so wiggly and wagging his tail with food. So I think that's a good motivator for him too, to learn some tricks. I don't think he knows like sit and things like that yet, but I believe he would learn it very quickly.
Yeah, step one is getting some weight on him. I remember seeing his pictures when we were looking for Foster and saying he needs a cheeseburger or 10.
Exactly, exactly.
So good. For the past 3 dogs that we've had on, they've all come up yesterday and they all look like they're settling in so well. We always say they really need a decompression period. They look like they're doing great. So happy and comfortable. All right, does anyone else have any questions for Coley? He's pretty, oh yeah, he does need like 20 cheeseburgers. Poor guy. Do we know the breed on him?
It said a lab mix, but
yeah, looks and sounds about right. So Chrissy, yeah, we have listed lab mix, but again, it's always a best guess. Good with kids?
Oh, we don't have little kids, but we have big kids and a dog and chickens. So friendly with everybody and no signs of aggression at all. I mean, we've only had him 24 hours, but he just seems so happy and friendly that I'm assuming he's going to be fine with kids. He seems like a kid-friendly dog for sure.
That's great. And one thing we always do say with the kids is, obviously dogs can be kid-friendly, but it's also, are the kids dog-friendly? Are they trained to be with the dog too? So, when you do a meet and greet, bring your kids, see how they are with the dog and how they react to each other. And that's the best way to go about it. All right, and Coley is 1 year old for anyone who.
Yeah, that's what it said. I would say definitely no older. He's very like a young, adorable, so sweet puppy. Yeah. So we got to put some meat on him.
We'll get there. All right, anyone have any other questions for Coley?
The tail never stops wagging.
All right, well then we will leave you guys to it and move on to our next one, Sheamus.
Yeah?
Yep, we can hear you.
Great. So the beagledom here is Sheamus. Our dog Sarah is photobombing a little bit, so don't mind her every so often sticking her nose into the camera. Sheamus also arrived yesterday. He is a beagle. There's no question about what his breed is. This is a typical beagle. He's estimated at about 7 years old, so he's a bit of an older gentleman. Likes his naps. He's very, very sweet. He has not made a sound yet. This sometimes happens when dogs first arrive, that they're quiet, so I'm not promising that he won't do the typical beagle howl later when he gets a little bit more accustomed to where he is. I have 4 other dogs, and he's fine with them. They kind of coexist, don't really play. My dogs are even older than he is, so they just want to be left alone, and he's perfectly fine with that. He found his bed, and as you can see, is very comfy in it. He slept through the night without a sound. He has not had any accidents yet. It's only been 24 hours, so I'm not declaring him yet as house trained, but so far so good. He's very excited also about his food. In fact, this morning he ate it so fast that afterward he puked it all up and then ate it right back, getting 2 meals out of 1. His face has a few scars from, I'm not sure what. I guess life was a little bit challenging. But he is just the sweetest thing ever. He would be fine with another dog or on his own. We don't have kids in the house, so I don't know about kids. And we don't have cats because Sarah would eat them. So I don't know how he is with cats, but he's obviously fine with 4 dogs in the house. And again, he's about 7 years old and about 21 pounds, and maybe I can convince him to stand up so you can see him a little bit better. There. Can you pose for the camera? Isn't he adorable?
Yes. So handsome.
He is. And Sarah's still trying to get adopted. Had her up for 8.5 years. Sarah, I think you're stuck with us. So.
All right, does anyone have any questions about Sheamus with his old tail wagging?
Yeah, oh, I forgot to mention, we did take him for a walk. He's the typical beagle, want to sniff everything, walks kind of like in a zigzag, trying to find whatever there is to sniff around. Very excited about walks. So he does pull some, but at 21 pounds, it's not a big deal. Loves his walks.
All right. Any questions for Sheamus?
Any kisses from Sheamus? Yes.
Doesn't look like it. He is just that cute. No questions needed. All right, then we will move on to our next pup, Layla. There you are.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. All right. So here's Layla. She's enjoying one of her Elkhart treats right now. She came in yesterday. For those people who don't know, we don't have any kids, so we couldn't test her out with kids. But we do have a dog, formerly a Elkhart Foster, actually, and they are getting along great. She's pretty quiet. She's definitely affectionate. She seems to love the affection right now. And overall, I mean, she slept through the whole night too.
In her crate.
Yeah, in her crate.
She doesn't really like going into the crate at first. We kind of have to, make her go in. She won't willingly walk in, but when she's in there, she's completely fine. She passed out yesterday multiple times in her crate. And she slept all night in her crate, didn't whine, didn't cry. It was really good. We hadn't heard her bark at all until we just had a delivery and our dog barked. So she followed suit, but it was one little tiny bark. But anytime she wants attention, or if we give her a pet, she'll come up and she'll probably do it right now, just snuggle up against you and hope that you'll just continue to pet her.
Oh.
Sorry, trying to keep her in the frame.
No, you're good. Very toy motivated. That's always good when you see them gnawing down on something.
Yes. And treat motivated. She found out where we keep the treats, so they patiently wait by the cupboard door, hoping that they'll get treats. She loves food. She eats her food very quickly. Doesn't have a problem with that. She loves to play. Both of the dogs have been wearing each other out playing, so very good.
She seems to be a relatively quick learner too. I tried teaching her to just because the crate door is open doesn't mean it's her time to exit, and she picked up on that within 3 minutes, I think, to the point where now I can open the crate and she knows hi, good.
Wow.
She's giving me kisses, but you guys can't see
dog.
it.
All right, a couple of questions. Would you say she's housebroken?
Yeah, I mean she had one accident, but I honestly blame ourselves for that. So
she drank a ton of water, and when they were playing, and so she was just super thirsty, and we didn't take her out. But aside from that, she hasn't had any accidents at all.
Great. Good with other
She held
dogs?
it all night long for over 9 hours.
Amazing. Do we know if she's good with other dogs?
Yeah, she's good with our dog. She's probably, I don't remember the weight she was listed. I think I wouldn't put her above 45 pounds. I haven't weighed her yet, though. She could definitely use another, probably 10 pounds of fat.
Yeah,
though.
she looks like she could gain a little. 52 pounds is what we have her listed as.
Yeah, I don't think she's that.
Well, let's see about that. Should be at least 52 pounds. So another question, is her coat medium or short? Short or medium coat, would you say?
I would say short.
Short, yeah, it looks pretty short. Beautiful brindle.
Sorry. Sorry. I'll try to put it on.
No, you're good. You're good. She's showing how affectionate she is.
Yep. All
right. So Layla, 1-year-old boxer mix, should be 52 pounds. Liquor? Is she a liquor?
Not
I think so.
as much. I feel like our dog licks a little more than her. But you could kind of see her right now. This is how, once you start petting her, she just sits there and kind of waits for you to, until you're finished petting her.
Got it. And what would you say her energy level is?
I think it's a little hard to tell. I think she was really tired yesterday after coming up. Yeah, so I mean, she's definitely calm, but she will play, like I said, with the other dogs. She, will play, but I feel for the most part, she's pretty calm like this so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. That's a tough one because she hasn't fully decompressed, right? But because she's only been in the house, 24 hours now. But, we have seen when it is playtime, she's definitely energetic. But it's not like, she's nonstop.
Yeah, for sure. Like we said, up here for only a day now, so it's really hard to say energy level. As these dogs settle in and more comfortable, or more playful, less playful, it'll probably be a few days. And again, that could also change once they come into your house as well. Is she good like a leash?
How is she on the leash? She was good.
Good.
I feel like she pulls a little bit, but
she was learning on that too. She wanted to pull it first, but honestly, I think, like I said earlier, with her in the crate, I've been trying to teach her to not stretch the leash, and she seems to be responding quite well to that. So she's definitely is willing to learn.
Great.
She also has a really cute hop when she plays. Like she, instead of really running, she'll like hop around. It's really cute. We'll try to get it on camera, but it's hard.
She looks like a wiggle butt. Does anyone else have any questions for Layla? Popular gal today.
Good girl.
All right. If not, we are going to move on to our next foster, Jetson.
And we'll try also to upload some more videos This way, you guys, anybody of interest could get a good couple of clips. We'll try.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Adam, you are on.
Good morning. So this is Mr. Jetson. Jetson is one of the most affectionate dogs I've ever met. He loves his people. He is the kind of guy who I love you too. He's the kind of guy, if you're on the couch laying with him watching something and you get up and you go to the other room, he'll get up and he'll follow you because he wants to know where you're going, what you're doing. So some people see that as a positive, some people see that as a negative, but he's really just all love. So if you're looking for a nice loving dog as opposed to a dog who's just sort of in your house, he's your man. Nice bonus with him, he is very good with cats. He can lay right next to, very near my cat in the same room. He's even very cute. Yesterday, my parents were here, and my dad would go to pet my cat, and Jetson would sort of like jump over and be like, "Hey, pay attention to me, pay attention to me." So, he's very cute about it. He's not, doesn't get angrily jealous. So definitely cat friendly. Sleeps through the night. His one singular negative I'll say is he's not a fan of the crate. So, as long as you're home, there's really no reason to crate him. He sleeps all night, no accidents. I passed out early because I'm an old man last night, probably like 9 o'clock. Got up like 9 o'clock this morning, got my solid 12 hours in. And, he's just laying right next to me, no worries about accidents. So, you crate it when I do need to crate him for whatever reason. As soon as I take him out of the crate, I just bring him right to the back door and then he's fine. So, definitely broken, sleeps through the night like a good boy. He's just a really great companion dog. Due to the weather, I haven't been out on a ton of walks with him, but when I have, he's good. He's not perfection, but I'd rate him a solid 7.5 out of 10 on a leash. Definitely a dog where you're not like, oh my God, he's pulling my arm out. But definitely not like, oh, I forgot I was walking him either. So good, definitely good on the leash. Not the best, but good. And yeah, that's pretty much him. He definitely entertains himself. He also enjoys a nice chew toy for a while. Which is very surprising. He doesn't chew on things, which I've always been amazed how a dog knows to chew on the nylabone, but not chew on the shoe. So that's a nice bonus too. And as you can see, he's just totally content being pet. But he is affectionate, so he'll give some licks. He's fine with guests. He gets a little excited at first, calms right down. My parents came over yesterday. He definitely gave him lots of hellos, but, once we sat down and watched a movie, he was more than glad to just sit down and just be with his people.
Got it. So we have a number of questions.
Sure.
Yes. One, how old and size?
He's estimated about 2. He is a bigger guy. Let me see if I can get a little bit too, let me see here. No one wants to look at me. Let me flip the camera around here. Here we go. Yeah, people would return me. So here he is. Full size. He's about 55 pounds. He's on my luxurious, messy queen bed. So you can see he's on the bigger size. But definitely not an overweight dog. He's perfect. Perfectly lean for size. As you can see him giving his lovely stare, and there he is, just chilling, lying down. So I hope that answers on his size. He's on the bigger side, about 55 pounds.
Yes, I know we have a question. Is he good with dogs? I know we know that he needs slow intros with other dogs, not necessarily bad with other dogs, just slow intros needed.
Yeah, I mean, my experience, honestly, and I never want to, knock a dog out of a spot. But yeah, I mean, I definitely say slow intros. He did have a meet and greet with a couple other dogs a few weeks ago, and they did not like each other. So I'd say ideally probably a solo dog, or definitely with cats. He's, again, really good with cats. So yeah, I mean, we can always try. Never did two dogs might absolutely love each other. But I'd say of option of dogs, kids, alone, and cats, I'd say dogs would be last. But again, always glad to do a meet and greet, and maybe they hit it off. People don't really like me, but some do.
Well, I'm sure it's not true, but yes, we always say meet and greets. Bring your dogs. One dog might love another dog, another might not. We've definitely seen instances where we put two dogs together that we think, oh my gosh, they both love dogs, they're gonna be amazing, and it doesn't work out, and then same with the opposite, vice versa. So you never know. That's why we do the meet and greets. Awesome. Okay, so other questions. Does he need to be crated at night?
No, absolutely not. When he first got here, I was trying to crate train. So I put him in the crate, which, again, as I mentioned, he is not a fan of the crate whatsoever. But he does not need to be crated at night. As I mentioned, he slept a solid 12 hours right next to me last night. He's a big cuddle bug. So he does not need to be crated at night. He'll be more than glad to sleep with you if you let him.
Great. And lastly, any idea how he is with children? I think you've got kids, right?
Yeah, so I have a 13-year-old who qualifies more as brat than child, but good. My girlfriend has a 4-year-old. So again, because he can get a little excited at times, it's just good to monitor at first. But again, once he gets a little bit of excitedness out, he's absolutely fine. I can't share it here, but I have plenty of pictures of him just like laying on the couch with my girlfriend's son. So he's definitely all love, good with kids. Like I said, a smaller kid, you'd want to, just get him to know the child first. But yes, absolutely loves humans of all sizes and shapes.
Got it. All right. Anyone have any other questions about Jetson? Doesn't look like it. Late breaking news on Layla. She was actually just weighed and is 45.4 pounds. So if anyone was asking about Layla's weight, that's where she is at now. All right, we are going to move over to 21.
So this is this is him. This is what he likes to do: is lay down. He'll cuddle me. He'll cuddle my kids. I have a 5-year-old, a 2.5, and a 1.5. He's fantastic with them. Has a little higher energy. He's 6 months old, 30 pounds. So he's probably going to get up there in size. I'm guessing probably up to 60 pounds just because of looking at his paws and his legs. But he is very kind. There's no aggression to him. Our only downfall right now is we do have 2 cats that we rescued from you guys 3 years back. They just started sharing a room with the male cat. They're 2 Siamese siblings, but he won't run after them, but he'll stalk them. So it's a little uncomfortable. And the female has always been a little bit more cautious. She just kind of stays away. But she'll do that with guests too. We just don't want them to not have free roam of the house.
Yeah. So
we have gotten better from the beginning. Originally, he just chased him down, which again, it's not aggressive. I think he just wants to play with them. Like, look at these little furry things. Let me go see what those are. But he's very playful. Definitely a higher energy because he is a puppy. Does the puppy nibbles a little bit? So you gotta get him to stop, ask him a few times because he gets excited. But we've done little tug of war toys. The ball he'll play with us, but he'll chase after it, just not bring it back yet. Responds very well to the little liver treats. Some positive reinforcement. he is housebroken and also crate trained. So we crate him overnight. I work midnight, so I'll take him out before I go in at around, just before 11 o'clock. And my wife will get up around just before 6 and take him out, and just been no accidents overnight. He had, for the first 4 days, one pee accident in the house each day. I don't know if it's because the cats tried to sneak by or he just got excited. But it wasn't like he just fully squatted and went. I think it was just, again, like the excitement just kind of went out, which happens with puppies. Otherwise, we take him out every 2 hours, go a little walk around the yard, do his business. I've taken him on a bunch of walks. It was very cold, obviously, the last few days, so we actually did a little run because I love running. And I was like, if we end up, keeping the man, because if he gets better with the cats, then we might need to steal him unless someone else gets him in the meantime. He did not pull, walking or running. He stayed right alongside. He tried to stop to sniff a few things. You kind of tug him along, he'll come. But he's very receptive. We've already gotten him. He was sitting when we got him, but now we can get him to lay down. We're starting with the paw. I'm starting with the weight, like I put the treat out and make him wait before he gets it. So he's doing very, very well. I was very slow to want to get a dog only because we have the 3 kids. My one just started kindergarten. I'm still trying to train my wife. It's very difficult. So my wife was like, "Oh, I want a dog, I want a dog, I want a dog." So like, all right, we'll try fostering. And we got very lucky with this guy. He checks every box. Our neighbors is one of the things we had to have a must is they have to get along with their dog. They also have a boxer mix, which I was told he is, which definitely looks like a little boxer mix. But she's phenomenal. She'll stay over here when they go away, spend a few nights with us. And she's over here all the time. So that whatever dog we get has to get along with Trudy across the street. And he did. He jumped around a little bit, and she's 6, almost 7 this week. So she's not as playful as our little guy here, but no biting, no barking, again, no aggression. I don't think there's a bit of it in this guy. So he overall he's phenomenal. It's just we're just still cautious with the cats because we don't want to take away from them. They were here first, their priority right now. So that's about it. What you guys got?
All right. Any questions about 21? We don't have any that have come in yet, but I can see. You have a very good overview.
I tried.
Good with other dogs. I think we said yes. Yes, good with other dogs.
Yeah, the one dog he met across the street, the boxer, is a female, and again they played very nicely together. I only let him off the leash once as a test, just to see, and he didn't go anywhere. He doesn't even go out the door before we go to walks without you going out first. So that's nice as well. So it doesn't seem like he actually wants to go anywhere else, which is nice.
Weight and age. So we have 6 months old.
Just over 30 pounds right now.
30 pounds. Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. Do you think he will double in size? We said will likely be 60 pounds and fully grown.
Yeah, that's what the best guess was. That's just what I've seen that boxers do. And he got his gangly legs, so he'll definitely get taller. How much weight he'll pack on? We don't see as much of the ribs as when we got him, so he's doing better. But like you said, the cheeseburgers, get a guy a cheeseburger. It's and he definitely eats. So I'm thinking he's gonna be about 60 pounds. It's just a guess.
And how heavy is he now? We said around. You said 30.
Yep, just over 30.
Just over 30. Okay. All right. Any other questions for 21? Do we know how he got that name?
I have no idea. I have not a clue. They said he was 21. And I was like, oh, maybe it's the year, but that was 6 months ago he was born, so it can't be that. Maybe they're blackjack players. I don't know.
Or they're just looking forward to the year.
Yeah. New year, please.
All right. Okay, we will move on to our next foster then, BB.
All right. Hi.
Hello.
So we have BB here, but she really didn't answer to BB at all. So we've been calling her Rosie. Rosie. And she is, as you can see, she's a love. She really, really is. She loves to play with her tennis balls. She fetches. She's very feisty this morning. I don't know what it is. But super, super friendly with people, loves all people, is not great with other dogs, unfortunately. At first she really pulls to go towards them, maybe not really aggressive, but definitely wants to dominate.
Mm-hmm.
And now I walk her with a harness, and I keep her, it's easier to keep her from pulling. So she's just really sweet, crate trained. She goes in her crate at night and doesn't make a peep. I come down in the morning, I make my coffee, and she doesn't even sit up until I go over to the cage. So she's really, really good that way. I take her out probably every 3 hours, either long walk or just in the yard.
Stop.
She was a little underweight when she came to us 2 weeks ago. She was about 40 pounds. Just playing with my daughter now. She was about 40 pounds when she came. I'd say she's probably like 40, 44. She was a little skinny, so she's healthier looking now. Come here. Okay, I'm just gonna move this so she's really into her toys right now. Come on. So she's actually a great size. She's not too big, not too small. She's 2 years old. And what else can we say about her? She sheds very little. We brush her out.
That's a win.
And anybody who's come in the house, she's not a jumper. She doesn't jump on people, which is nice. She fetches the ball, brings it back, doesn't always want to drop it. Mm-hmm. But she's getting there with that. And, she sits on command. Rosie, come here. Sit. Good girl.
Awesome.
And any questions? I'm just trying to.
Yeah, it doesn't look like any yet. Again, like we say with other dogs, that's always going to be a question. Go with other dogs. Has she played with other dogs? A question that popped up.
So my neighbor, I was in the back with her throwing the ball. My neighbor has a big lab,
Mm-hmm.
and he came over, and she just got really, really excited, and he gave her a good growl, but she just, I couldn't tell whether she wanted to play. So we've tried walking with other dogs, and she has attempted to kind of nip, but again, not super aggressive. I just, because we're just fostering, I'm just kind of taking it slow.
Yeah, we definitely say slow intros with other dogs.
So my daughter came with her dog, and she barked a lot, but I crated her, and she calmed down. I think she can be trained mm-hmm. with other dogs, but it just has to be a slow process.
Yep, exactly. Slow intros, and like we say, meet and greets, bring the dogs and see. You never know. Some good, some bad, but a lot of it can come down to introductions. So, we will see. Does anyone else have any questions for BB/Rosie?
Come on, show your face. But she is a love. I will say she just wants to be loved. And she's got great coloring. She's a hound mix. Every time I walk her, everybody compliments her.
She is adorable.
Yes, she is adorable.
All right. Well, if no one else has any other questions, comments, yes, also beautiful. She's a very gorgeous dog. If no one else has any other questions, then that is it for today. Again, if you're interested in any of the dogs that you saw, want to set up a meet and greet or just get more information, and you've submitted an application, please work with the person who you've been in contact with. If you've just been browsing today and haven't submitted an application yet, please do so on lcarescue.org, and we'll reach out to you. And again, if you have not heard from us yet, but you've submitted an application, we will get back to you. It's in the queue. But with that, that's it for today. Everyone stay safe in the snow tomorrow, and have a great rest of your weekend. Where do you put an application? lcarescue.org. There's an application button there. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.